Happen to a human if they were locked in a room, not allowed to sleep for 18 hours a day, and forced to breathe in a mysterious, unknown gas? Well, we know what will happen because it has happened. This is the Russian sleep experiment. Be warned, this is graphic. In the 1940s during World War II, Soviet Russian soldiers wanted to create a drug that would keep soldiers awake for more than 18 hours a day. And since both the Americans and Germans had something similar to this, they wanted to up the ante. The goal was to create a drug that could keep a soldier awake without crashing after taking the drug. Thus, they could fight the wars longer. To do this, what did they test it on? Well, of course, they're prisoners of war. Since there was no rights back then, they were easily able to take prisoners they had captured and force them to consume this drug. And here's how the experiment went. Taking a test area and 5 prisoners. The goal is to leave them there with food, water, and a bed with no bed sheets. However, it's a controlled test area so they can release the gas throughout the day and see how each one of these prisoners react. Place them with microphones and cameras. However, the only way out is a 5-inch thick window where you could barely see inside of from the outside. It's been going really well for the first 3 days. The prisoners are in extremely good mood and the gas is pumping throughout the day. One Russian scientist even on document saying, Nazi meth, wait till they see what we've cooked up. Even guaranteed that if they could stay awake for the full 30 days, they will all be given freedom. Of course, an obvious lie, however, they were in high spirits. Sadly, day 4 is when things turn dark. Discuss war and the other atrocities they've seen, nightmares to keep them awake at night and constantly haunt their mind. This is start of the downfall, and day 5 gets even worse. Day 5, the men start to show signs of psychosis, talking to the bed, objects, and things that are not there, and they even start to build massive distrust for each other, whispering into the given microphones stories about the other men and how they think that they're going to be murdered by them. Of course, they're extremely aware of sleep hallucination. After 5 days, the mind goes crazy and you start to hallucinate and believe things that are true and see things that are not there. Researchers were unaware if it was the lack of sleep or the side effects of the gas itself. They gave it a couple more days till they really knew, and at day 9 they became aware that the gas effects were very strong. Day 9, it was reported one man lost his mind and started screaming at the top of his lungs, running back and forth across the room. He screamed so much, in fact, that he bursted out his vocal cords and was only able to make a squeaking noise. 2 days later, and the Russian scientists got worried because they couldn't see 5 men in the camera. However, they could see 5 healthy oxygen levels in the monitor. Sure wanted to investigate and told them to tell the soldiers to lie flat on the ground so they could come in to fix their microphones. They promised them that if they complied, that one of them would earn immediate freedom and that none of them would be killed. One eerie voice answered back saying, "We don't want to be free." Researchers had now been worried that were they addicted to the gas and now needed it to survive? Researchers, with no other choice left, opened up the vents and allowed fresh air to go in. However, what they saw surprised them. They can now hear the men screaming at the top of their lungs and demanding that they put in more gas. They finally decided to open the doors, and what they saw, they will never forget. One of the 5 men were dead, with his skin, legs, and arms all chewed, bitten, and ripped out, blood soaked everywhere. Not only that, but the other 4 remaining participants were all cut up, scratched up, and beat up, and they believed that they were all doing self-harm out of joy. They took it to start eating their own fingers, feet, and body parts with great joy. The researchers, not wanting to go anywhere near the men, called for the soldiers to come help get them out. Of the 5 soldiers that came in, all 5 died. They were beaten and eaten to death, one man even having his balls ripped out. Soldiers had even ended up taking their own lives because they couldn't get over what they had seen inside those gas chambers. With the 5 men out, they pumped them with enough gas to sedate a full-grown moose. Even with this sedation, the men kept fighting the soldiers. One person even bled out to death and his heart gave up as he fought for more gas. One thing all 5 men had in common is they all pleaded and screamed and begged for more gas. The question to you is, what would you do if you were in that situation? I hope you guys liked this video. Please comment, drop a like, and subscribe for more creepy and scary videos. Peace.